Greetings to all of you. Today we will proceed with our lecture for the next topic of plant morphology, that is stem. So as you people confirm that we don't have any doubt in root part, so that's why I am now next moving towards the stem. As a recap, just wish to mention that in root part we studied about different types of roots, the structure of root, that is regions of roots, and different types of modification in root that is observed for storage or for the purpose of reproduction or for some other purpose. So today the sole concept of discussion is stem. So anything that is lying above ground is stem, and stem is a part which is responsible for bearing the parts like leaf. It is responsible for bearing parts like flower, fruit, and others. So if you look into the characteristic features of stem, you will be able to see that stem is ascending part. It is always negatively hydrotropic, negatively geotropic, and positively phototropic. This means that if you put stem in an area where in the vicinity water is there, it doesn't prefer to go towards water. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, in case of root, if you like do the one experiment with root, that in a big tub, if you put water at one side and keep plant at the other side, you will see the root growing toward the water. Such thing is not observed in case of shoot. It is negatively geotropic because it is always going up, and positively phototropic because it prefers to stay in light. Why? Because the major part of stem is green in color generally, and it is responsible for photosynthesis. Now, in stem, two types of buds are visible. One is called terminal bud, which is present at the tip of stem. For example, if this is a stem, this part is known as terminal part. That is the end part or the tip. So buds are visible at this region, which are called terminal. And if you look into stem, from where the branching is coming out, buds may be visible at that part also. These buds are known as axillary bud. Okay, I told you already that angle is known as axil. Now stems also have nodes and internodes. Nodes are the part from which the branches are coming out, and the area between two nodes are known as internodes. Okay. Now, generally the plant, when it is green, the stem is green. As long as there is aging of the plant, the stem is changing. Why? Because the green part is slowly and steadily replaced by the dark colored part, जिसे हम wood बोलते हैं. We prepare wood furnitures, no? So what is that part? Is it not part of plant? Why they turn up like this? In trees, generally, the outer part that is the majority of the part of a tree is consists of dead cell. Okay, so this young green sapling slowly and steadily due to secondary growth that we are going to study in the next chapter, that is plant anatomy, that what secondary growth is. Due to this secondary growth, there is thickening of the stem, and finally the green parts are present inside the, they lose their green color, but they are the only living part. And outside the part that is visible is dead. It is forming the bark and the other dead part of the plant. Okay. So we will now look into what are the types of bud. So if you see, buds can be of two types. You know that reproduction can be of two types. One is known as sexual mean of reproduction and other is asexual mean of reproduction. The floral bud are buds from which flowers are produced. So they are the young flowers. So they are floral bud. But apart from floral bud, there may be some other birds which are responsible for vegetative reproduction of plant. You know that in case of plants, although they are very much matured and productive, they can go for vegetative reproduction. So if it is located in apex, apical bud, axillary bud, if they are located at the either side of the axillary bud, we call them accessory bud, and adventitious bud if they are located at any area other than the nodes. So these are two types of buds that is visible in case of plants. What are the functions of stem? Each part of stem is very important, like each part of root. In plant, we cannot decide कि ये वाला part जरूरी है, ये वाला part नहीं. Okay. Why branches are important in plant? What will happen if like one single cylindrical body of plants are there? Why they require to have branches in the stem?
Ma'am, it helps.
Yes, Ayushi?
It helps to connect the all part of plant which help for transportation of food and water easily.
Why you require branch? It would have been better कि अगर एक single bark ही होता, लंबा सा cylinder जैसा. Why do you require branch? To increase the surface area, to increase the ability to hold so many things. अगर तुम्हारे पास जो stem होता वो ऐसे cylindrical होता, how many leaves could have been accommodated here? But if same size of stem is having branches, the number of leaves accommodated is increased, no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's why branches are required, and leaves should be high in number because they go for photosynthesis. Flowers are the reproductive parts and food is the result of the reproduction which will produce the next organism. So first and primary function of stem is to hold all of them. Next role is it is responsible for transportation of water and minerals to different parts. Okay, so these functions are the primitive, or rather to say primary function of the stem. It is done by all types of stem. Now, depending on additional functions, stem modify themselves. They may modify themselves for storage, for reproduction, for support while they climb, for penetration. For example, they will help to survive in unfavorable condition. That is called perennation. That is observed in case of perennial plants, and then synthesis of food, obviously. So depending on the situation, these are the additional functions, but this part is the primary function of the stem. So function of the stem is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
So now let us have a look what are the modifications. So first we will learn about what are the types of stem. If you go look around yourself, you will find various types of plants available. Now all of them are having their own characteristics, shapes and size. So I wish all of you to understand the types of stems. So this is known as caudex. What is the speciality of caudex? There is a stem and there is a tuft of leaf at the top. Caudex की example क्या है? This is coconut tree. Anything else? Any other example? You can tell me. Example of caudex. Date palm. Very good, beta. So these are example of caudex. Even you can tell about various ponds are there. They grow like this, isn't it? Now next is.
Ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, oak tree आ सकते?
कौन?
Oak tree.
वो तो ट्री हो गया, खुद ही ट्री बोल रहे हो उसको. Oak, you are talking about oak, na? OAK.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Next is this one. This is known as this is known as X current. What is this X current? X current is something where the branches arise in acropetal succession. Now, what is the meaning of this acropetal succession? Acropetal succession means the production of branches from top to bottom. That means the old branches will be present at the bottom and the new branches will be present at the top. This is what is called acropetal succession. ये plant देखते ही हमें किसकी याद आती है? Which plant? ऐसा कौन सा plant? Yes, beta.
Xmas tree.
Yes, Xmas. Okay. Pinus look like this. Eucalyptus का plant होता है जिसे हम नीली का तेल बोलते हैं ना. They have this type of shape. Okay. Next is culm. So example of culm is bamboo. What is speciality? Here the stem is having nodes and internodes. The internodes are hollow. आपको पता है बैम्बू के जो स्टेम होते हैं दे कैन बी यूज्ड एज अ ग्लास वेरी इजीली. व्हाई? बिकॉज इफ यू कट देम यू विल बी एबल टू सी के अंदर ऐसा हॉलो रहता है और जो उसकी इंटरनोड होती है ना दैट इज नॉट हॉलो, दैट इज हैविंग अ डिस्कॉइड स्ट्रक्चर. सो इफ यू कट देम केयरफुली इट कैन बी यूज्ड very easily as a glass. Okay, so glass means pani peene ka glass. Okay, so that is speciality of culm. If you see then in case of bamboo the stem is having nodes and internodes. Now what about X current? X current we already discussed. D current or deliquescent. Here we have a dome shaped tree. बचपन में हम जो ट्री बनाते थे ड्राइंग के किताबों में ऐसे 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 ऐसे, पता है?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is deliquescent or D current. In this the branches are growing vigorously and the result is a dome shaped structure. यहाँ मैंगो बताया है, बैनियन बताया है. Can you give me a few other names of forms of stem? class, जो which we can say that they are delinquent. सोचो आपने जो ट्रीज देखी है, इससे एक चीज पता चल गया है कि अभी हम ट्रीज को देखते नहीं हैं. Have you ever seen neem tree?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
think they will
Yes,
be
ma'am.
delinquent only? So
Yes.
I request all of you that now situation is in control for corona. Go and try to visit a place where too many types of trees are there. If your eyes are open, you can see even in your surrounding. And try and identify by yourself what type of plant is this. Okay. Now we will talk about the modifications of stem and its type. Okay. So let us have a look into the stem. Now stems can be epiterenian or aerial stem. What do we mean by aerial stem? The aerial stem can be reduced, like stem can be like a disc. If you look into the radish or carrot or turnip, कैरेट के ऊपर ये वाला हिस्सा हम फेंक देते हैं, पता है, जहां से ऐसी लीफ होती है कैरेट.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shape thing. Actually, we are in a misconception कि ये stem है ना, हरा वाला हिस्सा. Do you think this is stem?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Don't take देते. This part is not at all stem. It is the leaf. So in their case, the stem is reduced. Why reduced? It is reduced into a disc-like structure. Okay. So that's why the stem is called reduced stem. Now we will talk about erect stem. What is this erect stem? Erect stem is strong and upright. For example, maize is there, wheat is there, mango is there. They can stand upright. They don't require any kind of what I can say, support to stand upright. So you can see in them woody stem like mango is included. Also not too woody stem like wheat is also included. Wheat may be soft, delicate as compared with the tree of mango, but it can stand upright. It doesn't require any kind of support. That's why we are classifying it under what type of stem? Erect stem.
Ma'am.
Yes, beta?
मैम बाम्बू को इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं ना इरेक्ट स्टेम में?
It can be included, definitely. ऐसे ही सोचते रहो. When I am teaching something, no, you try and connect things. In this chapter, I can give you best of the notes. You will not learn anything. Take that notes in your hand.
Ma'am.
Go ahead and look. बोलो बेटा.
मैम मिलेट की स्टेम्स आ सकती है इरेक्ट स्टेम में?
कौन? मिलेट.
मिलेट.
हाँ, it is there. It is there. Rice, maize, wheat, all of them are erect. They don't require as such any support to stand upright. Now we are talking about weak stem. They are generally thin and soft and they require some kind of support. They can be either upright or prostrate. What do we mean by upright or prostrate? Upright means there is a wall or there is a what I can say, a stick-like structure. If they are taking support of that thing and climbing in an upward direction, we will call them upright stem. And prostrate stem example is this one, bottle gourd. Have you ever heard about bottle gourd?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Unki plants are prostrate. They, if you allow them, they will grow on ground. Okay. So depending on that, Weak stems can be classified into creepers. What is creeper? They creep on earth. Creep करना मतलब
Curling.
crawling. We call them crawling. Okay. So roots will be arising from nodes. For example, creepers, the best example is grass. आप अगर grass को देखना जमीन से उठाने की कोशिश करोगे तो ऐसा दिखने में लगेगा कि grass का प्लांट छोटा सा ही है, बट एक लंबी सी कनेक्शन उनमें होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ दिस इज ग्रास, नो, it will have root like this, then after some time, after a distance, again it will have a tuft and root like this. Understood? So they are connected with each other and they creep. So in creepers, grasses are there, strawberry is there, and oxalis yani pudina, it is also there. Example of creepers. Okay, now we will talk about lianas or stem climber. So these climbers are woody. If you look into their stem, they are quite woody, but they actually twin themselves around tall trees. मतलब समझो अगर एक बड़ा सा ऐसे ट्री है, this plant will twist itself around the stem and grow. Okay, so hip
मतलब उसके साथ सपोर्ट में.
support में. Although the stem is woody, if you look into the stem is not green in color. They are not at all green in color. They are kind of woody, but still they require support and they climb on around some. And the next is climber.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta.
ma'am, can we include cascata in the stem climber?
Aishi, can you repeat your question?
Ma'am, can we include the cascata in stem climber, or they are parasitic, so they will be differentiated?
Cascata doesn't have woody stem, beta. Lianas need woody stem.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, climbers are someone who are actually can climb, but they have, for climbing, they don't use the stem. They use attachment. For example, rootlet climbers. So पाइपर बीटल, जिसे हम पान का पत्ती बोलते हैं, पान तो सभी ने सुना होगा, खाते हैं. So
Yes.
it climbs via root. There can be hook climber. There is a famous flower which is known as bougainvillea. This is a flower where thorn मतलब जो कांटा होता है, that is modification of axillary or vegetative bud. The axillary or vegetative bud is modified into hook and they climb through these hooks. Okay. Next is tendril climber. The best example is pea plant. मटर फली जो होती है ना, उसके जो part होता है. Now, what part is modified into tendril, that also matter. For example, in case of grape, the stem is modified into tendril. So what is tendril? आप लोगों ने देखा तो होगा, पता है ऐसे स्प्रिंग जैसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है.
Yes, ma'am.
That is called tendril. So now in case of grape, the stem itself is modified into tendril. In some cases, leaf is modified into tendril. In case of Pisum sativum, that is pea plant, the leaflet is modified into this. In some cases, petiole. In some cases, stipule. In some cases, tip of the leaf. Apex means tip. In some special cases, even inflorescence, that is flower, is modified into tendril. So climbers can climb via root, can climb via hook, they can climb via tendril too. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So next is tweeners. Tweeners is what? Here the cuscuta will come. What happens is the stem body twins around the support without any special organ of attachment. In case of cuscuta, you can easily remove it from the main plant. Okay. So they don't have any special attachment like tendrils or hook or roots through which they climb. They just twin around the stems. Okay. So these are different modification types of stem and different part of the stem modified for the purpose. Now, I wish to share with you different modifications of stem one by one. So these are different modifications of stem. Some modifications of stem are there underground, means although it is said that stem is negatively geotrophic and positively phototrophic, but there are exceptions. Exceptions are these underground stem. So what are these underground stems? They are stems which are present below the soil. Okay. Subaerial means they are present above the soil, but they are always touching the soil or the medium in which they grow. Okay. And aerial stems are the one which is like above the soil completely. They are not lying on the soil. Is the difference between underground, subaerial and aerial clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will look into the
Yes, ma'am.
types one by one. First, we will talk about the subaerial modification. In that, four type of modification is there: runner, stolon, sucker, and offset. So let us start with underground only. It will be helpful. Many a time it is observed that below what soil the stem is modified, and if you look into them, you will be actually not able to understand कि ये stem है. आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि this is the part of stem. So why the stem is underground? There must be some reason, no, that they are underground. First purpose is storage of food. Any name that's coming in your mind which you can think is a underground stem? Class? ये चैप्टर में आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कितनी मिसकंसेप्शंस हमारे पास है. अच्छा, आलू का फल कहाँ उगता है बेटा?
Ma'am, underground.
So aloo is not at all a fruit, it is a stem. Okay. Perennation. Perennation means it stay underground. Once the favorable season comes, it comes out. And vegetative propagation. All of you must have seen that if you keep potato for a long time, the buds are, that is called eyes of potato, come out. Have you ever seen?
Yes, ma'am.
Eyes of potato. अगर
Yes,
ऐसा
ma'am.
potato है, यहाँ ऐसे छोटे छोटे पेड़ उगने लगते हैं. So these are nothing but आप अगर ये इसको यहाँ से ऐसे कट कर दो, and if you place it in soil or in medium, they will give rise to a new potato plant. Okay. So let us see the next question that may come into your mind कि मैम फिर हम पहचानेंगे कैसे कि कौन सा underground स्टेम है, कौन सा अंडरग्राउंड रूट है, क्योंकि देखो पोटैटो इज अंडरग्राउंड स्टेम बट स्वीट पोटैटो इज अंडरग्राउंड रूट। सो दोनों तो देखने में सिमिलर ही होते हैं ना, उनकी कलर अलग होती है, ये सब लोग क्लास।
Yes, ma'am.
और दोनों
Yes,
को
ma'am.
बोलते हैं, तो फिर कैसे पता चलेगा कि कौन सा क्या है? First of all, if you take a cross section and look under microscope, they will have different structure. Okay. Second thing, in stem, underground stem, you will have nodes and internodes, which is not there in underground root. Okay. You can have axillary bud. जो पोटैटो में होता है, पोटैटो में जहां से आई निकलता है, those are nodes, and the gap between these two are known as internodes. And you can see axillary buds. Roots never have buds. Okay, root cap is not present. So these are the characters by which you can identify that these are the structure. Now first underground modification of stem is rhizome. जाना पहचाना सा लग रहा है ये class?
Ginger.
Yes, ma'am.
Even turmeric.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these type of stem structure where nodes and internodes are distinctly visible. आप देखो, these are all nodes. Okay, and in nodes you can find scale leaf. Small hair-like leaf structures are present. Okay, so generally हम ये सोचते हैं कि ये तो रूट का हिस्सा होगा और ऊपर जो हरा कलर का स्ट्रक्चर दिख रहा है, that is the stem. No, this is the stem, these are the leaves. Okay, so it has two types of leaf. One is scale leaf, which is present underground, and other is foliage leaf, which is responsible for photosynthesis. Okay, so they grow by vegetative reproduction. इनको उठा लेना पड़ता है क्योंकि सीजन के एंड में, नहीं तो ये मर जाएंगे. They will not stay there for all. Okay. Now rhizomes can be sympodial, like ऐसा, that they have flat structures and many branching, or they can be monopodial also, like lotus, pteris, which is a fern, they grow monopodial. Next one is tuber. So this is the structure. बिल्कुल देख के लगता है रूट है, but it's not. It is specially sown for the purpose of storage of food, and it has buds at these positions which are called eyes, and the main purpose is storage and vegetative propagation. Next is bulb. ये क्या है? कौन से दो चीजें हैं?
Garlic and onion.
Garlic.
and onion.
क्या खाते हैं? स्टेम खाते हैं, रूट खाते हैं, क्या खाते हैं?
Stem.
नहीं, खा भी नहीं सकते, तुमको दे दूं मैं. We eat the leaf. स्टेम यहाँ होता है बेटा, स्टेम यहाँ होता है जिसको आप काट के फेंक देते हो. मम्मी को पूछना, when she cooks something with onion, she cut this part. कट करती है कि नहीं करती है?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
This part is having disc shape stem, and the part that we eat are leaves. Okay, so leaves are responsible for storage of food to give this type of structure.
मैम
Yes बेटा.
मैम अगर हम इसको लीफ गिनेंगे तो फिर फ्लावर कौन सा होगा इसके प्लांट में?
इसके ऊपर जो इस लीफ का ऊपर जो आप जो स्प्रिंग ऑनियन खाते हो ना, वो भी लीफ ही है. दैट इज लीफ ओनली. उसके ऊपर फ्लावर होता है.
ओके.
मैंने बोला ना, आप मतलब सोचते रह जाओगे ये क्या है, मेरी आजू बाजू दुनिया चेंज हो रही है, but it's really interesting if you like look into it. So in case of garlic, you can see the scaly bulbs are there. They are arranged concentrically to form this type of structures. Last one, corn. ये कौन सी चीज है, खाते हो आप लोग? गुजरात में खाते हैं लोग ये चीज, सुरन बोलते
मैम
हैं।
सुरण सुरण
Yes, that is corn. Okay, so you can see this is the main corn, और यहाँ branches से देखो छोटे छोटे daughter corms निकल रहे, see? Okay, and these are scale leaves. आपके पात्रा के लिए सबसे फेवरेट प्लांट कौन सा? बाप रे, पात्रा?
अरवी का पान।
हाँ, सो अरबी के प्लांट का जो स्टेम है वो हमें दिखता ही नहीं है, वो अंडरग्राउंड रहता है। हम लिफ्ट से खुश हो जाते हैं, वी थिंक इट इज बियरिंग बोर्ड ऑन अ स्टेम, ऐसा नहीं है बेटा। अंडरस्टूड?
तो मैम वो भी हम लीफी खाते हैं ना उसका।
लीफी तो खाते हैं ना।
यस मैम।
चलो, तो these were actually underground modification. So क्या हुए underground modification में? Rhizome, that is ginger, turmeric, tuber, that is potato, bulb, onion, garlic, and corn. These four types of underground modification of stem. Okay, so now we will look into aerial modification. मतलब स्टेम में ऐसी क्या मॉडिफिकेशन होती है when they are present above the ground. Okay, so this is the tendril parts. Can you see tendril over here?
यस मैम।
So
Yes,
they can be having this type of tendrils developed from leaf, from stem, from leaf bud, anywhere the stem tendril can be produced. Okay, so next is thorn. What is the purpose of having thorn by plants? उससे क्या
मैम उसको प्रोटेक्शन मिलता है।
Very good. So in some cases the stem is modified into thorn. Okay, and it is responsible for protection. For example, आप बता सकते हो कोई ऐसा thorn वाला plant?
कैक्टस।
Cactus.
rose,
Cactus के leaf are thorn, not stem बेटा।
मैम रोज में होता है।
समझते हो? I will come to it after this. After this I will come. कौन यहाँ पे है जिसने कभी नींबू नहीं खाया है? कोई है ऐसा? Can you raise your hand?
no ma'am.
So नींबू के प्लांट में खतरनाक कांटे होते हैं, and those thorns are the modified stem. Okay. Now this is the part. आप बोल रहे हो cactus. You know, in cactus ये जो हरा वाला पार्ट दिख रहा है, what is this?
Stem.
Yes. And leaves are modified into thorn. Why? They are desert plant beta. Okay, so if they have big leaves, they will have too much transpiration and loss of water, which they cannot afford. इसीलिए इनके केस में क्या होता है? They have thorns, which are modified leaf, and in them the stem is modified into leaf-like structure. The stem is succulent. What do we mean by succulent? They are thick and fleshy. Why? they have a waxy coating on them so that water cannot be removed from them easily. And they are thick and fleshy because they can store water. Okay, there are plants which store inside water in the desert. If you know that, you can drink, but you can harvest them and get water from them. Okay, they are called xerophyte because they are habituated to live in area where water scarcity is there. Okay, so they can be modified into phyllocladode. This is the type which is known as phylloclade or cladophyll. So this type of stem modification is for what purpose? इसका purpose क्या है बेटा? Why this stem is modified? Why phylloclade is there? Class? Anyone?
Ma'am, can you repeat your question?
I just want to know why phylloclade is there. Why stem is modified into phylloclade? What is the purpose?
Ma'am, to carry out photosynthesis.
Is it so simple? Leaves are there, no? Why they have to modify themselves into leaf-like structure? What is the purpose?
Ma'am, to prepare photosynthesis.
Prepare photosynthesis. How can one prepare photosynthesis? To avoid water loss. They are xerophytic plant, beta. They are succulent. Understand?
Ma'am,
To make them habituated into the desert climate, they have such kind of modification. Yes, follow.
मैम तो ये तो रेगुलर स्टेम से भी कितना ब्रॉड है, तो इसमें तो वाटर लॉस इजीली नहीं होगा, सरफेस एरिया बढ़ जाएगा तो
कैसे स्टेम में से वाटर लॉस होगा? स्टेम्स हैव स्टोमाटा?
नहीं मैम नहीं होगा, बट अगर स्टेम का मतलब एरिया बढ़ेगा तो उसमें कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होगा।
और बेटा स्टेम में स्टोमाटा नहीं होता है ना, हाउ कैन देयर बी वाटर लॉस? इज देयर एनी पोर्स लाइक स्टोमाटा प्रेजेंट इन ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ स्टेम?
हाँ तो मैम अगर मतलब वाटर लॉस से उनका कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं है तो फिर नॉर्मल स्टेम क्यों नहीं है?
क्योंकि नॉर्मल लीफ नहीं रह सकता है, इसीलिए नॉर्मल स्टेम नहीं।
हाँ ओके मैम।
स्टेम भी स्टेम जैसा होगा, लीफ भी कांटे जैसा होगा, तो फोटोसिंथेसिस करेगा कौन?
हाँ मैम।
है ना? गुड क्वेश्चन। आपको रीजन समझना है। नेक्स्ट इज क्लैडोड। व्हाट इज क्लैडोड? Cladode is something, for example, here the green branches are there. They are generally one internode long. Here the branches are modified into green leaf-like structure. So what is the difference between cladode and phylloclade is, in phylloclade, not only branches, beta, the whole stem is modified into green color leaf-like structure. In case of cladode, the leaf-like structure is applicable only to branches, not to the main stem. Understood? So this is what is the difference. Asparagus. Asparagus is a famous food item and it is example of a cladode. Next is bulbil. Bulbil is present in Dioscorea. This is part of stem only. Fruit जैसा लग रहा है ना, but it is not a fruit. It is part of stem only. This part of stem is rounded due to storage of food. Now, if this fruit-like structure get detached from the main part of the plant, this can give rise to a new plant. So this is the reason for bulbils production of bulbils is vegetative reproduction of plant. Now we will talk about subaerial modification. I told you aerial matlab upright or parts which are in the air. Underground means there below the ground. Subaerial are structures which are at the surface of ground. Okay, in them the first one is runner. Okay, lawn grass is a example of runner. यहाँ पे the growth of plant is in all direction. देख सकते हो आप एक क्राउन होता है, क्राउन मतलब टफ्ट ऑफ लीफ एंड ब्रांचेस, उसमें रूट होती है, थोड़ी दूर जाके वापस से टफ्ट ऑफ ब्रांचेस रूट होती है. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ रनर. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes.
stolon. What is the basic difference between runner and stolon? In case of runner, see this connecting branch which is connecting this tuft of shoot, this tuft of shoot is underground. ये दोनों क्या होता है, soil के नीचे रहते हैं. Understood? In case of stolon, this part is underground, this part is underground. I am demarcating soil over here, but the connector is present as a dome. Dome जैसा arch बना के वो रहता है. I guess you understand. the यहाँ पे connector in case of runner में क्या होगा? It is also underground, or even if it is there not underground, it is touching the soil. Here it is dome shaped. जैसे strawberry, colocasia, in case of jasmine flower, this type of structure is observed. Next is offset. This is you know what this ecornia is called? Chalo. Have you ever heard about this word terror of Bengal? Terror of Bengal. कोई भयानक जानवर जैसा लग नहीं रहा है बेटा?
Ma'am, it is a weed plant.
So that weed plant is ecornia. Many years before, people introduced it into India for the decoration purpose. कि ponds के अंदर इनको grow करते हैं, they will have white or violet or pink colored beautiful flower, so it will increase the beauty. But slowly and steadily they grow in such a high rate that they clog the surface of the pond and cause death of the pond. That is called eutrophication. So this terror of Bengal is known as offset. That climber and offset difference is, climber is a land plant, or sorry, runner and offset is, runner is a land plant and offset is an aquatic plant. That is the only difference. Last is sucker. The difference between sucker and runner is, in case of sucker, the branch is non-green. Okay, and here you can see that this is the main plant. The branches are coming out from the bottom. Can you see? Now,
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
cut this branch from here, you detach it from the main plant, this specific branch can have leaf and it can grow as a new plant. Understood? So that is what is the sucker. The difference between sucker and runner is, sucker is having one central branch plant branches are coming out of it, and each branch will have root. If the branch is detached, they can have their own individual life. In case of runner, they are called runner because they spread across a long distance, and one tuft, after some distance, another tuft. There is no main plant from which the tufts are coming. So this is the basic difference between these four types of subaerial modifications of stem. So you can see this is the summary chart. Okay, so with this we are done with the stem. So what we do once we are done with the knowledge part, how we revise every day?
Video revision.
Yes, so we will go for video revision today. Give me one moment. I will share the screen, beta. We will continue with the same video.
Therefore, the root system forms an important part of a flowering plant. A stem is a plant organ that develops from the plumule of a germinating seed. It is the main axis or stalk of a plant. It is usually green in color when young and slowly turns brown. The stem bears branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. The buds growing on the stem can be either axillary or terminal. A stem usually has many nodes and internodes. A node is a region from where leaves, flowers, branches, or cones emerge, while an internode is the portion between two nodes. As the stem grows, many lateral buds emerge, which grow into lateral branches. These branches further develop other lateral shoots called twigs or branchlets. Now, let's learn about the functions of a stem. The stem, along with its branches, hold the leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. It transports water, minerals, and photosynthetes between the roots and the shoots. Apart from these functions, the stems of many plants get modified to perform functions like storing food, providing support, protection, and aiding vegetative propagation. A modified stem quite often looks different in structure from a normal stem. Underground stems of some plants like potato, turmeric, ginger, and colocasia are modified for storing food. Moreover, stems modified to store food help the plant to tide over unfavorable conditions of growth. In some plants like watermelon and grape, slender and spirally coiled stem tendrils emerge from axillary buds. The stem tendrils are modified stems that help the plant to climb. Sometimes, the axillary buds on the stem get modified into straight,
This is
woody,
Bougainvillea
and
flower.
pointed thorns, which protect the plant from pasturing animals. Plants like bougainvillea, lemon, and orange are typical examples where the axillary buds get modified into thorns. In plants like jasmine and mint, slender lateral branches arise from the base of the main stem. Initially, these branches grow aerially. Later, they bend to touch the ground and form a new plant. Therefore, these modified stems help in vegetative reproduction. Plants like pineapple and banana also have modified stems that perform vegetative reproduction. In these plants, branches grow out horizontally from the underground base portion of the main stem, which later emerge obliquely out of the soil in the form of leafy shoots. In arid regions, it is common to see plants with flattened or fleshy cylindrical stems. These are modified stems that contain chlorophyll and perform photosynthesis. Did you know that many flattened or fleshy cylindrical stems have thorns on them that help to deflect sun rays and maintain the moisture content? In some plants like grass and strawberry, some stems get modified and grow underground. These underground stems spread to new niches and form new plants as the old ones die. Certain aquatic plants like Pistia and Eichhornia also have modified stems with short internodes. The nodes of these plants have clusters of leaves and small bunches of hair-like roots, which help the plant to stay afloat. The stem, therefore, is one of the main structural axes of a plant, apart from the root. In most plants, the stem grows above the soil surface, but in a few of them, it grows underground. A leaf is a plant organ that exists above the ground and is specialized to carry.
So that is all about revision of stem. Any question, anyone? Class?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So I request to all of you once again that if possible, go and visit outside. You will find things, you will discover things, and it will be really helpful. Okay, so that's all from my side today. So bye to all of you, beta.
Bye, ma'am.
Tomorrow we will learn about the leaf, which is another part of the plant. Okay, bye.